know you need to change, but anytime you try, you just feel stuck? Are you in the same place as you were last year, last month, maybe even last decade? Are you afraid of change? And you know what you need to do, but anytime you go to do it, you just check it out and say, I'll do it tomorrow. You're in the right place. I got you. Disclaimer, this podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. If you need help, please seek professional. Welcome to the Coffee and Daydreaming podcast, a podcast where dreams come alive and productivity gets a dose of caffeine. I'm your host, Amy, your PFF, encouraging you to flip your dreams. We're going to glow up, but also figure out how to chill and relax. We got this, guys. Anytime I have something that I'm overcoming, trying to glow up, I do research for us. I do research so you don't have to. And I share my experiences from my chaotic life. And hopefully my mistakes will help you so you don't have to make them. Let's get into it. I wanted the topic of today's episode to be about change. Change, yes, because I will tell you, it has been the main thing that has been propelling me into anything I've achieved and succeeded in life. It is from the terrifying feeling of change. I will say it is not a good feeling. And the older I get, the more I'm learning to be comfortable with that feeling of fear in a good way. Growing up, I was always like, if I don't feel excited about it, maybe I'm not meant to do it. Maybe it's just not for me. That is totally, in my experience, not accurate because that's the fear-based me. And so anyway, a lot of my friends I've made by going out when I didn't feel like it. Do you know how scary it is to go to an open mic when you're 19, 20 years old and you don't know anybody? There's that feeling, there's that little part where you don't know when you're starting out, but you gotta get experience. And no, it's not going to be roses and daisies when you start out. I hope that my stories help normalize. Change is hard, but it's also easy in the sense of if you have your attitude adjusted and ready for change, it becomes so much easier. A recent example, I just moved to New York. Yes, I'm very excited. And I will say, because I just moved from Los Angeles and I had to be in Jersey for a little bit to help family. And I will say, I was in Jersey, staying with family. I felt a little comfortable. You know what I mean? A little comfortable to where I was like, which is fine. However, you have to think, is this comfort zone aligned with my goals? Is it aligned with what my heart desires? And of course, my heart desires to pig out on a couch eating potato chips. However, you should do that anywhere. But that's all fine. I think I will get to the point where I'll be able to live a more relaxed lifestyle. But until then, I personally, whatever your dreams are for you, that works. You know what I mean? There's no one size fits for anybody. But for me, I had things that I just have to leave to achieve, to have access for certain things. No, it wasn't easy. Yes, it was terrifying. Yes, change is like a pit in the stomach. But you know what? Getting easier. And then I feel like from my experience, focus day by day, but also focus on the big picture. So you guys gotta try my dream nudge, the Coffee and Daydreaming dream nudge. I literally do that exercise for myself. Let me show you guys. So I went to the park. I'll have to show you guys. I gotta finish it. I've been so busy, so I redid my goals with dream nudge. and coffeeanddaydreaming.com. And not just there, you do got to set aside time. The nice thing is, if you guys want to do a workshop, if you're in New York, is that we do it right there. So you make time. You got to make time for yourself. Goals is self-care. For me, I love doing goals. So I do mine like monthly. But anyway, whatever works for you. Short term and long term, in the sense of go day by day, but also take time to look at the big picture, the 1 year, the 6 month, the 3 month, the 1 month. And from there, you can be like, okay, if I want that, you can work backwards. What do I need to do that? And that helps with change because it makes it actionable. Sometimes with change, it's easy to go in circles like, ooh. Anyway, my point is, with action, with mindset, change helps. It becomes a little bit easier, for my opinion. And for me, just accepting that change is uncomfortable and that's okay has helped tremendously. And I always think Richard Dreyfuss and What About Bob is baby steps. Yeah, just go a little bit. And then you end up having a wall, a mountain, brick by brick. Yes, I was clinging, gripping onto the wall. I nudged myself. Go. Think of your life. Did you guys read Beowulf in school? I'll be honest, I totally skimmed it. Totally skimmed Beowulf in school. Oh my gosh. But I got the concept. I got the spark notes. So the Beowulf journey will leave. Let me actually look that up. Here's a very quick blurb about Beowulf. It's a classic. I totally skimmed. Don't hate me. Okay, but ready? Beowulf, it deals with the events. This is according to Britannica.com. Deals with the events of the early 6th century and was probably composed 700 to 750. Tells the story of Scandinavian hero Beowulf, who gains fame as a young man by vanquishing the monster Grendel and Grendel's mother. Later, as an aging king, he kills a dragon, but dies soon after. Honored and lamented. What is your hero's journey? That couldn't have been comfortable. Slaying a dragon, whether it's fiction or not. Slay your dragons. Slay your dragons. Not easy. No, it's not. We all might be smiling on the outside, but freaking out inside. Also, remember that in general. Like, I think some people, like, I know for me, I would see people just like crushing life, doing it so easily and effortlessly, like online. And I'd be like, oh, you compare yourself. Don't compare yourself. But also, no, everybody's scared. You know what I mean? Like, we're all scared. But we might be smiling on the outside. But yeah, I do think it's something that comes with age. I remember when I was younger, I had all these dreams. But yeah, I was afraid to act on them. Afraid of it being bad. There's a level of perfection. There's a level of fear of being seen. A level of fear of failure, fear of success, all of that. And just know that's all normal. And just know you're going to be okay with all of it. And I want you to see where procrastination is linked to the fear of change. Because procrastination, I found, is definitely linked to self-sabotage, in the sense of you might procrastinate because you're afraid of failing, in which procrastinating does not help that. You may procrastinate because you're afraid of it being perfect, in which not even starting, don't worry, it definitely won't be perfect. You may be procrastinating because you're afraid of being seen or judged. And okay, guess what? You're not going to be judged. Nobody's going to even know your idea existed. And you might as well, the older I get, I'm like, people are going to judge anyway. You might as well just do your thing. Just do your thing. Believe me, people will judge anyway. And like the people that are there watching, judging you and waiting for you to fall, they're not people you want around you anyway. So it's almost repelling, like good riddance to all the flies. Goodbye. You fly swatted yourself, guys. You guys can mock and jeer while doing nothing. I mean, I heard this. People doing stuff aren't the ones judging. So just remember that. As always, I've provided research to help you guys understand your fear. 3 strategies for overcoming change. So one is based on ecology principles. The second is based on Stoicism. And the third is based on laws of attraction. And I gathered theories from 3 different things because I really like a balanced philosophy. And also, I want you to find whatever works for you. There are these psychological principles to help overcome change. Sorry, I'm having a weird hair day. My hair's like cement here and then dry on the ends. Like, hair products sponsor me. Okay, anyway. So 1, understand your fear. Knowledge is power. Understand what exactly you're afraid of and why. Often our fears are based on irrational beliefs or past experiences. Recognizing these patterns can help address them effectively. Okay, so that's from Lerner, JS, and Keltner D, Beyond Valence, toward a model of emotion, specific influences on judgment and choice, cognitive and emotion. So next time you're feeling afraid of something, try to understand it and see, is there an irrational fear? I bet you there's the valid part, but then I bet you there's like the irrational, and maybe not so much irrational, but maybe it's not as big of a deal as you think it is. Or what's the worst that can happen? Everybody laughs at you. Do it. No, oh God. If that's the worst that can happen, bon voyage, right? So start small, break down your very small baby step. When I implemented my 20-minute Pilates routine every day, I started with just 5 minutes a day and then 10 minutes a day. And then me and my coffee, you cannot part us in the morning. I wake up pumped to do it. It's when you start drinking like smoothies or juices or eating more vegetables, you'll find your body craves more of it. It's really weird, but your body will start to crave the thing that's actually good for you. Of course, you'll always have that pull and tug. Visualize success. That's a great tool for overcoming fear and increasing motivation. My favorite, and I think Abraham Lincoln, Jim Carrey, you guys know how I feel about creative visualization. But also, I found, visualize who will you be if you don't achieve your dream. Like, not only imagine the good stuff, but also visualize 10 years from now, just staying in the same place. Now, ooh, that's scary. It'll light a flat fire right under your tush. Challenge negative thoughts. You guys know I love my CBT, cognitive distortion list. If you are afraid of something, run down that CBT list and all or nothing thinking, focusing on the negative side instead of the positives, like magnifying the negatives instead of thinking about the positives. Check it out, the CBT list. Definitely good to journal your thoughts if you're really afraid of something. Seek support. Everybody always says seek support, and it's, if you call your friend, like, can you will be like, dude, I'm so busy in my personal life. I'm sorry. But in the sense of seek a community that's already doing it. For me, I'm glad I had the open mic community when I was actively doing comedy every night, because I still keep in touch with a lot of those people and they get the specific thing that you're striving for. And just the other day, I had an awesome meeting with like a small business mentor. And I can't tell you how relaxing it was to have a meeting with somebody who's in the same space of what I want. Because I know if I talk to some of my family members, they don't get about wanting to have your own business. They think it's weird. My mom's had to become a cardio tech. I'm like, that's fine, but not for my heart right now. And you'd be surprised the little cool nuggets of community, but you do have to look for it. It's not going to flop in your face. It's not going to be like, community. It's, yeah, you have to look for it. Yeah, you got to go. Yeah, you got to be the weird new person. You got to be the weird new person. We all been there. Okay, and lastly, self-compassion. And I know that's my main thing I'm working on. I'm in therapy, and one of the note is like, hey, be kind to yourself. And I'm like, thank you. I'm like, thank you. Because I will be very hard on myself. And that's a derivative of a lot of my anxiety is just being very harsh on myself. And you will notice that people that are like, yeah, easy going, like, they're not hard on themselves. Be gentle on yourself. Have compassion for yourself. So now I wanted to introduce you some Stoic principles. It's based on the Greek philosophy. I've just been lately like getting into Greek philosophy. It's pretty awesome. And hopefully I'll manifest my dream of go to Greece. Yes, that's it, guys. This summer. Let's say you called me. All right. If I'm go to Greece this summer, like manifested it. All right. Hold me to it. Type below what your vacation dreams are for this summer. And I'm going to go to Holland for 4th of July, see Taylor Swift airs. I didn't get a chance. Here are some tips on how to accept change based on Stoic principles. Okay, so practice accept. Recognize that fear is a natural emotion. It does not have to control you. Stoicism teaches acceptance of what is beyond your control and focusing on what you can change. Embrace virtue. Stoics emphasize the importance of living a virtuous life, which includes courage. Cultivating courage allows you to face your fears and make changes aligned with your own values. Source is Seneca from 2015, Letters from a Stoic. Wow, guys. I really like that. I think of the Flaming Lips song, The Wand. I thought there was a virtue in always being cool. You know what I mean? There is not a virtue in being cool. Anyway, sorry. I'm just now remembering about virtue. There was when I was a kid, you learn about virtue with fairy tales and all that. But I don't know, in my 20s, I forgot about virtue. I forgot if you have a courageous life, there's a why, but you can't see it. But you put in your courage. Think of your courage like putting money in a bank account, because you will lead to a rich future, not necessarily like money-wise, but like a rich in terms of a virtuous life. Courage is rewarded, and I can speak from that just by moving to LA when I was 20 and back and forth. But I just say some of the people I've met, like that was my goal in the sense of I cherish those friendships that I'd made. And if I didn't do that, I would have never met those people. And the belief, the knowing that, yeah, I can do it. I've done it before. I can do it. Think about that. Embrace virtue. Focus on the present moment instead of dwelling on past regrets or worrying about the future. Stoicism embraces mindfulness. I totally agree on this, and it is a thing to be conscious of. It's very easy to just zone out and get carried away with, I wish I did. Stop. Breathing technique. We're here. What can we do now? And just knowing things will work out. Things tend to work out. But I totally understand how easy it is to let the past rob the present. Okay, so practice inner peace. Stoicism teaches the importance of inner tranquility, which comes from accepting external event. Okay, so that will help you navigate fear and change effectively, and that is from Stoic Studies, University of California Press. I hope that was helpful. And then also live in accordance with nature. Stoicism emphasizes living in accordance with nature, which embraces change as a natural part of life. By aligning yourself with nature, you find strength and resilience in the face of fear. Source Irvine WB, A Guide to a Good Life, The Ancient Art of Stoic Joy. So think about the seasons. So fall, winter, spring, summer. Nature changes. Nature's changed. We're a part of nature. It's all changes, all part of life. Just remember that. Moving on to a couple of law of attraction things if you're into it. Okay, practice positive visualization. Visualize yourself achieving and experience the life you desire. That's Abraham Hicks. Okay, use affirmations. I love my affirmations. We got some affirmations coming up. Focus on gratitude. Remember, thankful sprinkles. Because I'm a little resistant to the word gratitude. I'm like, oh, gratitude. Like, I always think of that lady, just like gratitude. Like, they talk like, I'm like, I can't do it. Thankful sprinkles, so much better. So think about what are your thankful sprinkles, right? And practice clear intentions. So be clear about what you want to manifest in your life, because that does send a signal to the world, or signal, you know what I mean? It plants a seed. That's what I'll say. Instead of using like law of attraction talk, like it sends a signal, but no, it plants a seed in your head so you know where to go. It's like a map. Drive with the map. Are you going to Wendy's? Are you going to a diner? Where are you going? There you go. Okay, guys, and let's do a couple of affirmations. Change is a natural part of life, and I embrace it with an open heart and mind. I trust in my ability to adapt and trust in the face of change. Each change brings new opportunities for growth, and I am ready to seize them. I release resistance and welcome positive transformations in my life. I am resilient and flexible, capable of navigating any changes that come my way. Change is my ally, guiding me towards greater fulfillment and successes. I let go of the past and embrace the present moment. Embracing change is a natural part of my journey. I am open to change, knowing that it is a catalyst for personal evolution and self-discovery. With each change, I become stronger, wiser, and more aligned with my truer self. I love that. Okay, guys, and then a little bit about Dreamers. The Dreamers challenge this week is identify one area of your life where you tend to resist change. It could be related to work, relationship, habits, or personal growth. Reflect on why you feel resistant to change in these areas. So the Dreamers challenge, I want you to think about like, where are you resisting change right now? And I want you to reflect why, okay? And then if you want to push it a step further, Google CBT cognitive distortion list, and I want you to run through that with yourself and get to the truth of why you're resisting change. Maybe you'll realize, oh yeah, that you're ready to push through those fears. Thank you so much, guys, for watching or listening to the Coffee and Daydreaming podcast. Don't forget, with a cup full of coffee and a heart full of dreams, anything is possible. At the Coffee and Daydreaming podcast, just a quick reminder, please click subscribe, leave a positive review, click subscribe on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok at Coffee and Daydreaming. Also check out www.coffeeanddaydreaming.com. I've got these really fun goal setting programs. Dream Nudge, the goal setting party packet, where I mail you the goal worksheets and just cute little stuff like crayons, pens, and you get access to the course with that. And then also Dream Time. I actually have been using it like crazy, and the move and stuff, it's a little chaotic right now, but your Dream Time comes with the timer, the chalkboard. This disco ball reminds you to dance after the timer is over. So I use it all the time and I love it. So check it out. Dream Time. Dream up, dream nudge, www.coffeeanddaydreaming.com. Okay, thank you so much for listening, watching. You guys are awesome. Bye.